Yo, how you doing? I am Jerry Dove, and welcome to Kicking It with GDove. We got another great episode for you today, tonight, or whatever time you happen to be looking at this. I'm going to talk to two of my good friends from the Healing Institute. They're doing this great fashion show that's coming up this Sunday, September the 28th, is at the San Ramon Marriott. It's called Walking in Life. This is what healed feels like or looks like. It's going to be their 6th annual. I'm going to stop talking about it and let them tell you more about it, because obviously my mouth ain't working just right. So we're going to let you guys do it. Jackie Mungo is the director and the creator of this great event, and Valarie Smith is the fashionista, choreographer,
yes,
vision in gold, whose vision it is to make us all look good. So, ladies, how are you doing today?
Good. Great. How about yourself?
Well, I'm trying to get my tongue to catch up with my brain, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. This is the 6th annual Walking in Life. I'm gonna read the whole thing. It's a very long title, by the way, Jackie. The 6th annual Walking in Life fashion event in London celebrating cancer survivors. And like I said, it's coming up this Sunday at the San Ramon Marriott. Every single person that was be on stage, including me, who's one of the hosts, and my wife, Sherry, who's a co-host, are all cancer survivors. This is a great event. My 5th time, I think, being in it.
Wow.
Third time hosting it and co-hosting it. So I'm excited. So, Jackie, tell us all about this. And you've been doing this for 6 years. So what's going on with the event?
Well, it was a dream of mine. Well, it actually started with someone else. A cancer survivor used to do a show, and her name was Gail Bishop, and she would have this big fashion show for cancer survivors in San Francisco. And so Gail passed on, and I just felt like I wanted to continue that. And so I came up with the idea of walking in life, so that I just remember how I felt, going through cancer at that time, and being able to model. And they say when you look good, you feel better. Yep. And so I felt like that would help a lot of people. I know it helped me. And so that's where this whole thing started.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever done any kind of fashion show before? Ever been in one? Ever dreamt of being a model?
I had never dreamt of being a model, but I was in Gail's fashion show. And like I said, we would get all dolled up and just strut the runway, and it really would make you feel good. So, and I wanted to continue that on.
So when you first started it, I think I was in the 2nd one, if I remember correctly, and you just got me to come up there and say a few things about my cancer journey and all like that. I wasn't even in the show other than that. And then the next year you got me in, and it's been great ever since. So when you first started, how many models were in the first show?
Oh, that's a good one. Val, do you remember how many it was?
Just, off the top of my head, I want to say 12, but I am not certain.
Yeah.
So Valarie, when you started, then did you start out as the visionary and the coordinator and the whole thing, or did you come in as a model and then work your way to that, or how did it start with you?
So Jackie mentioned a few moments ago that was her first. However, Jackie's been modeling for quite a while now, since she was about 27 years old. Oh. So that goes back
to 3 years is what you're saying, 3 years.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah. Fundraisers that I directed and choreographed. So it was kind of a natural fit. I went to Gail Bishop's annual fashion shows and helped Jackie. I was kind of a behind the scenes, or help with makeup or something. And then when Gail unfortunately passed on, I was like, hey, this is a natural fit. This is what I do. I've been directing and choreographing and modeling, even though I'm only 5'3", since I was 14 years old. Mm-hmm. So it was a natural fit when Jackie wanted to continue.
And how ironic that this year it's going to be on Bishop Ranch in San Ramon at the Marriott.
No kidding.
Bishop Drive, Bishop Ranch. How about that? That's a full circle moment if there ever was one. And look at Jerry Dove and Sherry Dove in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yes, a beautiful couple.
Yes. And while we're showing that, let's go ahead and celebrate that this street
Oh my God, the
How about,
billboard.
Yes.
tell me about that.
That just happened. We were at a chamber mixer, I believe it was, and um, networking. And Kathy Adams said, I was telling her about the event. I wanted her to promote it. And she's like, hey, let's get you a billboard. And really, I thought she was kidding. I didn't think that she was going to be serious about it. And so I followed up with her and she's like, give me the information. And then she emailed somebody and said, this is the dimensions and we need this done right away. And I mean, the ball started rolling. And so last week, that is the finished product. And I believe it's actually, what is it, 5 Bay Area billboards. It's being advertised. It's a rotating billboard. And so super excited, just grateful for the opportunity to see my organization on lights like that. It's a feeling I really cannot describe.
And if anybody's out there watching and you happen to see one of these billboards, if you can safely pull over and take a picture of it and send it to one of us and give it the address of where you saw it, that'd be great. So for the archives and everything like that. Once again, coming up this Sunday, September 28th from 1 until 5 o'clock, we've got the Walking in Life, a fashion event and luncheon celebrating cancer survivors. It's at the San Ramon Marriott. Tickets are still available at thehealinginstitute.org, thehealinginstitute.org. Now, Valarie, we keep saying it's a fashion show, but it's actually a fashion event. And that's because it's not just a regular fashion show. Am I right?
That is correct. I grew up loving the Ebony Fashion Fair fashion show. Again, everything to do with fashion. Really wanted to be a model, but just a little too small. So what do they say? If you can't do it, teach it. And so here we are. And yes, thank you for the reminder. It is a fashion event. I'm so excited to work with all of you cancer survivors because it's absolutely something to celebrate and showcase. Yes. So I'm excited.
And it's a lot of fun. We've got a DJ that's 4 or 5 different scenes. And the ladies and a couple of gentlemen that are up there this year, they're, again, all cancer survivors. Could be your mom, your aunt, your teacher, co-workers. There is nobody who is 6'1", built like this. We all grown, mature people looking as good as we can and just happen to be up there celebrating this whole event. And what I've found over the years, too, is that I have a unique position in that I'm sitting with the models during rehearsals because I'm in the show, too. And then I get to observe all the models and everything as one of the hosts, along with Sherry. And I get to hear the conversations and watch the growth in some of the people because I watched the people. I was telling, we got a gentleman that's going to join us for the first time this year. And I was just telling him, I said, you see her right there? Because she's kind of nervous. Wait till you see her on Sunday.
Okay, right.
And I said, wait till you see her on Sunday. She's gonna blow up. You'll see. And I even told him, because he was a little nervous, I said, bro, don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Just have some fun with it. Don't try to be something that you're not. You're going to be you. So you can't learn how to be a model in 3 weeks or 3 weekends.
True.
So go up there and have some fun. Now, who are some of the sponsors that you got working with you this year that's providing some of this beautiful clothing we'll see?
We have Stephanie's Boutique. And Stephanie's been with us since day one. I believe the very first one. Stephanie has been with us. We have
where's she located? Give her a shout out.
Stephanie's located in Vallejo, California, and so she has a nice boutique over there. We have Oxford Way, which they are in Oakland, California. We have Dorina's Exquisite Boutique. And I believe, was that Antioch or?
It is.
And Antioch. And one more. Who am I missing? We do have a couple of pieces from Macy's. Macy's is sponsoring me, actually.
Okay,
so,
all right.
So, yeah, we're excited.
This is great. And that's come a long way, too, because I remember just not too recently ago, or not too distant ago, we only had like 1 or 2 sponsors.
Exactly.
Now you're up to 4 and 5. You can't even remember them all.
I know, exactly. Okay.
which is good and bad. So we'll give them a shout out. We'll add it to these posts once we post it, once you remember who the others are. Your theme is this year, like it always is that this is what healing looks like. What does that mean to you?
Well, Jerry, this came to me one time because I feel like, you go through a whole lot having cancer, and I feel like we're on the other side of it. And so the face that you see on that stage is what healed looks like. I believe one of the models said the other day, it should say what healing looks like. And my explanation to him is that the Bible says, call those things that be not as though they are. And so I'm claiming that everybody is already healed. And so this is what it looks like to be healed, to be able to stretch your stuff on the runway and feel like $1 million in doing that.
I like that explanation because honestly, I don't like to say that I'm healed or that I'm over it, or because my particular cancer, like everybody's, can always come back. Mm-hmm. And actually it has. This summer I had kind of relapse on it. But so I'm very cautious about that. But your explanation makes me feel a whole lot better in saying that I am healed. So, yeah. And my healing is, and I'll share this with everybody, whoever sees me up close, and I'll put you close up on me. If you look on the side of my face, it looks like a cross. And that is the end result of my cancer being healed, because my cancer was a rare form of lymphoma that affected the side of my face. I was open from here to here with radiation. This was wide open for months and months and months. It finally healed and healed and healed. Now after many, many years, all that's left is a cross. And so I like to say that means a lot, because I'm healed in here.
That's right.
And here's the proof.
That's
and
right.
For $5, I'll let you touch it, and you can get healed too. Everybody laughs when I say that. I don't know why.
A bargain, right?
Wash your hands and you can feel healed too. So Valarie, you pick out some great music for the show every year, and I'm a music guy, as you both know. So how do you how are you thinking throughout the whole year? I'm going to use this song, this artist, and what is your connection between the fashion event and the music? Tell us about that.
So yes, I'll hear a song and I'll be reminded of songs that I loved, and rhythm and vibration and movement and modeling. It's synergistic, and so it's my process. I'll hear something. I listen to a lot of music. I love music like you. Mm-hmm. And I'll think about the various scenes that I want to portray, and the music comes to me, and it works out. I'm hoping we have a lot of exciting music across decades this year, like we've had in the past. But I think we have some really fun stuff. I think people will be able to relate and groove with us and party. Like you said, we have a lot of fun, in addition to this wonderful cause of supporting this organization that supports so many cancer patients.
And I want to make sure you're in your seat at the very beginning of the show, because the opening music and the opening period is really, really cool. I'm just going to tell everybody that right now. Be in your seats. This is from 1 until 5 o'clock. So Jackie, tell us some of the other things that are going on to take up that. Obviously, we get a lunch. And then what are some of the other things that you got going on?
So we have a vendor, I guess a vendor store, you can kind of say. It's going to be a hallway full of vendors. This year we have, and people still keep calling me to be a vendor. So right now, I believe we're at 26 vendors.
Wow.
And they have, from clothes to jewelry, hats. And I'm really excited about that part. So from like 1 to 2, we have the vendor showcase. And then the doors open at 1:30, and you're in, as lunch is served. We have a raffle where we have fabulous prizes. And we also have a 50-50 drawing too, where half the money goes to us and the other half, whoever wins. And so it's like a lot of fun, a lot of conversations with people, a lot of just interacting and communing with people. And so people have said that they've enjoyed the show in the past, and that's why they like to come back.
All right, and talk about who is being helped with this money that we're raising.
Cancer patients and their families. So what we like to do is we like to offer transportation to cancer patients and their families, because a lot of times some people don't have a ride to treatment. And so I have actually taken people to their chemotherapy and radiation treatments because they don't have transportation. And also we want to make sure that they have, a lot of times your money is low. You can't afford to do some things. And so we have small stipends that we help people with when they're diagnosed, just to let them know it's not a whole lot, but just to let them know that somebody is there to help them. And we also provide a lot of resources, because there are some resources that are out there that will help cancer patients and their families while they're going through. And a lot of times people don't know which way to turn. And so we're that place, we're that voice that's just there for people. And so I like to say, my slogan has always been that no one should face cancer alone.
Exactly right. And so how do, if I'm going through some cancer myself and I need this kind of help that you're offering, how do I contact you at thehealinginstitute.org, or is that the best way?
Healing Institute, and it's www.thehealinginstitute.org.
Yeah, look right down there where it's going across the screen.
How about that?
Beautiful.
And yes, that's how you can get in touch with us.
All right, so tickets are still available.
Yes, please get your tickets.
Is there a cutoff for the show? It's this Sunday.
It's this coming Sunday. Cutoff is Thursday. Cutting it close, but it's going to be on Thursday. And so, we are hoping just to have a huge success. Like I said, a lot of people are really excited about it and just like to share, just like to share.
All right. Any last thoughts, Valarie? Anything we should be looking for from you? Any surprises?
I believe so. Come on down and see. It's a fun event. I think it's inspiring. Some of the models have expressed that they always wanted to model. And everyone said, like me, sorry, you're too short, you're too old, you're too big, all of those, and how it meant so much to them to get on the runway and strut their step. I'm so very proud.
Yes.
My heart is full every year after the show, because the models get on the runway and do their thing. Come out and see.
All right, so once again, it's coming up this Sunday, September the 28th at the San Ramon Marriott. It's the Walking in Life fashion event and luncheon celebrating cancer survivors. I'm GDove. I'm your host. My wife, Sherry, will be a host. Jackie Mungo is the curator and director and the visionary of this. Valarie does a fashion show and a whole lot more. We need you to come on out and support us. Tickets are available right now at thehealinginstitute.org. We'll see you next time with another episode of Kicking It with GDove. Peace.